Hi everyone and welcome to Club 4 episode 19 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM22 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, huge day today. My Connors Quay Nomads team play the New Saints. They are 1 point clear of us in the table and we have 2 games left. So today, I can't win the title, but I could lose it. We have to pick up those 3 points. Let's see how we go. Welcome back, everybody. So, yeah, huge game. And let's just check in with the table. We're not going to be messing around today. Straight into the fixture as much as I can. We have 2 games left to play. We're 1 point behind. If we lose this game, there'll be 4 points clear with 1 to play. Therefore, they win the title. If we beat them, then we go ahead of them. And then it's all in our hands for the last game of our season, which will be against Cardiff Met Uni. So that's the situation as we look at it. High pressure game. Let's see how we cope. In terms of what we've got available to us, if we go into the tactics page, you will see that ultimately we are pretty much at full strength. The only player that's missing is on the bench. Our right-sided winger is Reece Mitchell. This guy doesn't look anything special, does he? But this is the level of player we've been working at. 18 years old, and he's done okay for us when he's played, but he's now picked up a bit of an injury. Unfortunately, he's going to be out for the next couple of weeks. So we are without him as a backup on the right-hand side of midfield today. But other than that, everybody else is fit and healthy. You can see down the right-hand side here from the squad. We've been rotating a little bit, so they all should be able to step in and play when need be. And you can see that we've got our first team, currently our current first team out for today's match. So we go in with Park in goal, Barrett at right back, Edwards at left back, Beaumont and Boddenham in central defence, Berry and Pinchard in central midfield, Reese on the right, Motruck on the left, and Johnson and Lloyd up top, with a bench of Amos, Roberts, Cullimore, Evans, Bowris, Michael and Rees. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So in the team talk, I've kind of tried to take away some of the pressure. I've gone outstretched arms, so as positive as I can, and just focused on the fact that our last match was really good. Our recent form has been magnificent. Sorry, I forgot to show you that particular schedule, but we have been on a good run recently. So I've just been focusing on that rather than on this particular game in the team talk. And hopefully it will build the players up enough to go out onto the pitch and not actually be too worried about what they are coming to encounter. So let's see how we get on. So we'll go into the teams and see what the New Saints are coming at us with. In terms of our 4-4-2 and where the gaps might be, they come in with a 4-3-3. So 1 up top, 3 in midfield, might give them a little bit more of the ball. Hopefully, if we can get it down the pitch to our 2 strikers, though, that will be when we might get a bit of an advantage. We'll see how that works out. We've done okay against them this season, but over the course of our time here in Welsh football, it has been a little bit of a challenge for us to get the better of the New Saints. So we'll have to see how that goes as well today. But we're at home, so we've got to be relatively confident that we can try and keep up this good run of form. 10 minutes in, though, cagey affair. You can see that straight away. No shots at goal for either side in the first 15 minutes of the game. On the 15-minute mark, we finally get our first one away, but it wasn't on target. Here's the first highlight at 17 minutes. It's for us, but we give the ball away. Tried to go over the top. It didn't quite work. They did the same, and Beaumont's going to pick up the loose ball for us and recycle possession into midfield. Can we find a way to break through the lines, get it to the other end of the pitch and have a shot that's actually on target? We shall see, but we're trying to draw them out at the moment. There's the ball over the top for Motruck down the left-hand side. Can he cut the ball in? He can't. He gets fouled on the edge of the box. I think that was inside, and it is. We get a penalty, high pressure penalty, 18 minutes on the clock. Johnson on the penalty, and he puts it away brilliantly. That's our superstar. The young Thomas Johnson, our young striker, has been the absolute sensation for us over the last couple of seasons since we bought him through at a very young age. And there, when we really, really needed him, he came up with the goods. We go 1-0 up around 18-minute mark, and at 20, we get another highlight down our right-hand side. Berry drops it back to Beaumont, over the top again to Modruck. There's the ball on there, and they head it back to the goalkeeper. We're definitely trying to hit that ball down the left-hand side for Modruck. He's got the better of his opposition, it feels like there. And we try it again, but it didn't quite work out on that occasion. But they keep giving the ball away as much as we do at the moment. And we've got to find a way to make this one count now that we've got it back again. That is a brilliant cross in. What a fantastic ball in, but it was disallowed through offside. But down on that left-hand side, the likes of Modruck doing the business there. And unfortunately, Reese on the right-hand side has just strayed into an offside position. And so it doesn't quite count, but we're putting the pressure on. 25 minutes in to the first half, we were definitely putting the pressure on and causing them problems. We've got a free kick right on the edge of the box down the right-hand side. It gets swept over to the left-hand side. Too narrow an angle, though. He should have tried to head it back across goal into the top of the 6-yard box and tried to head it at goal instead, and it went over the top of the bar. But again, still putting the pressure on, which is really fantastic. You can see in terms of the shots, they've had a little bit more than we have. They've had a couple more on target as well. The possession stats are actually in our favour. I thought that was going to go the other way, if I'm totally honest. I thought ultimately we would lose out to that three-man midfield in terms of possession, but it's not working that way so far. You can see it's a very even game in terms of a lot of the statistics, really. But the one that matters is our XG rating, really. The expected goals from the chances we've created. We've had one shot on target, and because it was a penalty, we've got a 1.1 XG rating, and they've got a 0.6. So they're not really creating too much that's too significant. But that can change in the blink of an eye, so we're going to have to be careful about that one. So we're going to go with... how do I approach this one? I don't want to boost... I don't want to go too friendly with them, but I don't want to rip them apart either because we are winning, but I want them to remain focused. So I think we're going to go hands on the hips. I think we're going to talk to them about the fact that we haven't had much on target. I think our shooting has not been good enough so far, and that really needs to improve. So we're actually focusing on something that we need to improve on for the second half, not just saying, well done, you're doing well, you're winning, because that might dip their performance down a little bit. So then we can go into the shouts and we can demand more from them as well. And that should just keep them on the edge of proper focus as we move through the rest of this game. We're approaching the 60-minute mark, so we've just got over half an hour to play. It is the New Saints on the ball, and there's always a concern there, isn't there, really, that when that starts to happen, that they can find their route through to goal. They don't on this occasion, though. They tried to go long. Defensively, we sort that out, which is really good. Some good movement through the centre of midfield into Johnson, and he puts it away again. That is a really, really brilliant bit of play through the centre. Eventually, it goes in from Edwards into Pinchard, central midfielder, into Berry, central midfielder, and he just pokes it through for Johnson to run onto, and he puts it past the oncoming goalkeeper, and we do go 2-0 up, as far as I know. I don't think he moved too early. He didn't. It was a brilliantly timed run, and he caught them completely out, and we do go 2-0 up. Now, do I suppress the game, or do I carry on playing as I am? Just at the moment, we're going to carry on as I am. I think we're going to win this because they keep trying to go to the long ball to their one striker, And that is the result. I think we're going to win this game, everybody. And it was that, because they keep going long over the top to their one player, and he's not being well supported by those central midfielders. They're too far back, and so he's being a bit isolated, and it enables our central defenders to clean that sort of long ball up and then set us going again. And we've got lethal Johnson down the other end. We're going to carry on playing as we are just at the moment. 3-0 up in the biggest game of this season for us. And now the new Saints have really caused themselves a problem, haven't they, by getting a player sent off. At this moment, we're going to make some changes because, of course, we do have one more game to play that is just as important now. And we're going to take Johnson out to protect him because we need him to be on top form for the next game. We're also going to take these 2 yellow cards out because I don't want any issues with yellow cards in the last few minutes of the game to cause us any suspensions for that following match. So Berry comes out as well, and we're going to put Evans in. We've taken out the right fullback Barrett. So those are the changes we're going to make, and it's all about protecting Johnson for the last match of the season so he can come and do this again, and also just taking away the yellow cards just to protect our players. So hopefully that will see us through to the end of this game. We've got 20 minutes to play. We're 3-0 up. It's been fantastic as a performance, really. It's not been huge in terms of the chances created by either side, really. We've had 9, they've had 6, 4 and 3 on target, but ultimately, it's about the quality of what we've produced. And when it's absolutely mattered, we have put the ball in the back of the net brilliantly well. All started by that penalty kick, of course. But since then, Johnson has shown why he is the superstar of our team and potentially this division. We won the blooming game. We've gone top of the table with 1 game to play. And it's against Cardiff Met Uni, who could well cause us a problem if we're not playing well. But ultimately, we've got it all in our hands. How much? We couldn't ask for much more than that, really, could we? So we're going to go outstretched arms. We've done brilliantly. Nobody gave us a chance. You proved the doubters wrong. Why not? Let's go with that one. And we're going to come straight out and see for ourselves in black and white what that actually does to the table. And there we go. Connor's Key Nomads on first spot on 72 points with 1 game to play against Cardiff Met Uni down in 4th. So they're up into 4th. They're obviously in reasonable form. They've had a very good season. But we need to beat them one more time to win this league. There's still a chance that what could happen, of course, is that we might lose that game and the New Saints win theirs and jump back above us because it's only a 2-point gap. But it is absolutely all in our hands. We can lose this now. It's up to us to win the game that we've got left and make sure that that doesn't happen. So let's just go through the news feed very quickly. Send my assistant to that and finish that off. And we will go and check out, just very briefly, what sort of run of form Cardiff Met Uni have been on very recently and see what we're up against in the final part of this season coming up. So we'll go into their schedule and go right the way down to the end. You can see that they've been on a good run. They drew a couple of games a couple of matches ago, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row they haven't lost. They had a sticky patch before that in which we beat them. So that's pretty cool. Let's see where else we played them this season as well. 1-0, 1-0 and 2-1. We've beaten them a couple of times, lost to them once, always by 1 solitary goal. It's going to be a very tough game. They've got 1 more to play between now and our game as well. And then they're also focused on the cup final against the New Saints. Hopefully, they won't put a full-strength side out against us then, but they probably will. Anyway, that's their set of fixtures. What we've got left, if we go in to have a look at ours and we go right down to the bottom, 1 game left to play. But what a run of form we've been on right the way back since playing Keffin Druids in the league. We then went on this amazing run, which included that Nathaniel MG Cup final win against Port Talbot. And we've drawn a couple of games against Bangor City and Aberystwyth. But other than that, wins all the way through. We've got 1 more to do. And that's what we're coming back next episode for. Can we find a way to win this division? Now, if we do, it might mean that we move on. If we don't, it might mean that we move on. Who knows? Anything can happen after this point. But for next episode, it's all about that game. Cardiff Met Uni. We're at home again, which helps. And we've got to get one more win to win the league. A draw might do it, but I'd quite like those 3 points. Anyway, come back and join me for it. It's going to be a massive game. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing fantastically well out there. Let me know about all that's happening in your own Football Manager saves. But until next time, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That will help me get seen by more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.